Hello, boys and girls. Dr. Robert here. As probably most of you know, or if you've been watching any of these videos, I own Higley Motors on 5th and Bruce. Half block south of me is Fuel on 5th, which is the second location for the Fuel franchise. They closed the one on Center Street. Now, on a couple of occasions, I've had problems with the staff. Actually, one particular gentleman coming up and screaming and yelling at me. More recently, basically calling me a racist. Now, the conversation I was having at the time was what people know what they don't teach about history anymore. And the fact of the matter is, and Thomas Sowell, Sowell, speaks quite eloquently on this subject, and probably better than I ever will. The man is definitely better educated than I am, though I doubt he knows how to build custom motorcycles, guitars, or could build a house, because he's an economist. It makes sense. In any case, brilliant man, love him to death, one of my heroes, okay? In any case, I was simply repeating what I had learned from, actually mostly, I had known about it, but he gets into further detail than what I understood at the time, so I find him quite fascinating on the subject. What he was talking about is the British Empire's endeavors to stop the worldwide slave trade. Well, as I'm talking to a young woman on this guy comes up, starts screaming at me, stop yelling at her. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm not yelling at anybody. And we're both looking at this guy really confused, like, what are you talking about? In any case, they've been hostile towards me in the past. I mean, I make no secret that I'm a veteran. I've already even heard comments from some of their staff, snarky comments about being a vet. They've been rude to police officers, and this is why I find this whole situation bloody amusing. But it's got to stop. I mean, all of this stuff has to stop. We have to start talking with each other, not trying to yell over each other. We have to have reasonable conversations, not just, I'm right and that's it, I'm taking my ball and going home. Well, no more. No more. In any case, this July 3rd, I decided to put my money where my mouth was. And Lord knows I can run my mouth. And get out. I'm upset about the garbage in the street. I'm upset about the garbage in my neighborhood. So I grabbed my 55-gallon drum. And on Sunday, I filled it up with garbage. Now, I had planned on doing that before anybody else was around, but I had to get over to the dump, make it, drop off trash there. And then get back here, and okay, so I'm cleaning up. They're already in business. And run into two of my neighbors, lovely people. Spoke with them. And I just said, yeah, Edmund Burke once said, all is necessary for evil to be triumphant is for good men to do nothing. By the way, I extend that to women too, equal rights and all. I expect good people to get out there and do the right thing. So if there's trash in your way, do that one thing you can do in a day to make the world a slightly better place. You want to bitch about global warming and CO2 in the atmosphere? Plant a garden! But apparently these ideas, these concepts, go against the beliefs of management at Fuel and several of their employees. I had one of their employees flat out tell me, I asked why you're discriminating against me, why you're discriminating against a veteran. It's like, we're just refusing you service. That's discrimination, by the way. So I walk out, and I'm like, okay, fine, you don't want to serve me, whatever. I'm just going to leave. In any case, I left after that. So I decided, again, on the 3rd, I ended up cleaning up garbage. I was talking with people. They called the police, said I was threatening people, threatening to cause disruption, threatening to do this, threatening to do that. And I can't post the video with this. I'd love to do commentary alongside of it, but I don't know how to edit video, and I can't find any of my friends that do, or none of my friends really know how to do it. So this is part 1, and this is me giving you a description of the video I'm about to post, which is the police camera video. Now, I'm not going to say, I'll just let you see what happened, because there's a couple of things that go along in here. I want people to know about this, because all I've been asking for is a reasonable conversation to, I don't know, face my accuser. I mean, that is a constitutional right. So apparently, and I'm still standing by that the fuel on Fifth discriminates against veterans and police officers. And I've talked to plenty of police officers. I don't know if they want to chime in or not. I would understand if they didn't, because, you know, the whole politics thing these days. And I wouldn't ever, 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 ever out somebody. That is just a jerk move. I am really trying hard to censor myself right now because, oh, I could go off in a rant or a tirade. But apparently, if you're on the left and have socialist views, you can rant, you can bitch, you can do all that stuff over at Fuel. But if you're on any other thing but the socialist views, far left views, they'll call you all sorts of different names. I'm done. I've been bullied my entire life. My stepfather was a brutal man to me. I mean, he had his good points. I'm not going to say it was all bad. That would be apprehensible on my side. At times, he could be very good. But constantly, when I was 14, he had when my stepsister moved in, he constantly accused me of being a drug addict, which, to be honest, I didn't start smoking weed till I was 25. I think that's one of the reasons that it didn't affect my mental facilities or faculties all that much. And of course, if you're older and your brain's fully developed, you can more easily recover from smoking too much weed. You know, because it seems like everybody gets dopey on that. But I'm going off on tangents. In any case, I've had a hard life. I have 2 evil stepsisters. I have one just jackass stepbrother, and my other 2 stepbrothers, well, they just kind of left the situation, so I got no bones with them. Danny and Mike, if you ever catch this, catch up with me. I'd love to hear from you guys again. Kent, you know what you've done. And I'm going to leave it at that for now. In any case, yeah, it's not been an easy life. And all this abuse, like I said before, I think I said this before, my brother died from it. He drank himself to death. And that's just not a good way. That's a horrible way to go. Thank God I'm sober now. I couldn't tell you how long I've been sober, to be honest. I don't like thinking about when I stopped. Well, basically after my last OWI, that was the end of it. So we'll say about 4 years now. I'm just done. You know, I appreciate my friends that like beer. I can actually sit around them if they're drinking. It doesn't bother me at all. A few people have asked about that. No, it doesn't. That being said, I will wrap this up and get this posted. Grab the police cam video, and you can judge for yourself. But remember, if you watch this one, watch part 2. And then maybe after that, I'll come back and make yet another video with it running so I can pause it and make some commentary on it. It's actually quite entertaining. I don't believe in going out and doing evil to anyone just because I'm upset about something. I believe in going out and doing at least one good deed a day. And actually, I'll explain more of that after, or on the part 3 of this video little series. I tried to avoid talking on any of this, but unfortunately, it's at my doorstep. And the way the world works these days, you gotta protect yourself, and not by any means and not at all costs. But if you can do the right thing, I'm also seriously considering turning this over to an attorney because it's got to stop. But I'll get into all that and what else has happened on part 3 of these videos. All right, thanks. Have a great day. Bye.